Hello, and welcome. This is Jolene with Jewel Design, and we're here today with a journal reveal. Thursday, if you watched me, you saw me make the front cover to this, and today, just a few short days later, not really, but yeah, and for you guys, a few short days later, the journal is done. We're going to flip through it, and hopefully there's nothing else I can think of that needs to be done. If so, well, by the time you see this, it will definitely be ready to go and listed. Being that this is the weekend, this should be up and running, and part of my sale is starting out at 15% off, which is always great. And then, of course, by the end of March, if it hasn't sold, it'll be back to normal price. But there's an opportunity to get a brand new journal at my birthday sales price. So this is the blue and orange Wildflower Botanical journal set. These are my sort of somewhat naked, semi-done journals. Though this one I had a lot of fun with it, so it's not as empty, I think, as, say, the Wildflower was, or even the Pink Rose. So it's somewhere in between. I think Pink Rose had a decent amount, but Wildflower is still very easy to write on. There's a lot of room in the Wildflower multicolored one, and there's plenty of space to photo and journal in. So this one still does have a lot, but I think I have more things in it. So we start off with the front cover. We used a white pharmacy bag, and I put sort of a flap over the edge and a pocket on the outside. I did fold it because instead of giving a spine on this side, since it's only one signature, I didn't want to crunch any of these. And when I put it just across the top flat, it bent this down, and we do have stuff in it, so I didn't really want to bend this and have it concave. So I went ahead and put a fold in my top flap, put the spine on this end to keep things from getting squished on the inside. So it's really simple and pretty. I think it's sort of orange tip with blue papers, a lot, lace, good, beautiful elements, and lots of color. We used a strip of Kleenex box, we used denim, we used lace, we have ribbons, we have flowers, we have laminated butterflies, a little bit of everything. So if you watch me make the cover, I did add these here. Wasn't sure about it, and I did add it, and we added the lace here to hide the seam, to hide the string that we used to go ahead and bind this together, which gave a little more play, of course, to the back, because the back is, of course, very simple. So this will get tied pretty in a bow, of course, when you get it, if you purchase it, but I wanted to keep it really simple here. So it's just the two ribbons in a grommet, where you can definitely tie it as you see fit. But right here in the front, we did use the opening to the bag, kept it there, shrunk it down to size, and put a lovely journal card in it. Now, as I was watching my last video on Thursday to make sure it looked okay, I wasn't paying attention, and I kept decorating. So here's something that would have been fun to watch, maybe me layer up and make, and I totally wasn't paying attention. I just was like, I'm watching myself craft, and I ended up crafting right along. Okay, but it was a lot of fun, and just, layered it up, made something where you could put a word here, you could write around it, and definitely writing space across the back. If what little you can still see bugs you, put another sheet over the back here, sort of rip another piece, glue it down, and you can sort of reinforce the writing space on the back. But it does have this beautiful flag that I turned into a tab so that we can see it right here in the pocket. We see something underneath the vellum there, and we can, not vellum, mesh, whatever this is, mesh tool, I guess, that we get from Dollar Tree. You can sort of see that there's something there, and you notice to grab it and pull it out, which is what I didn't want to keep getting bent with a flatter tab. So on the inside, I did end up using and sort of mirroring the two sides. We put a belly band here with a nice thick double-sided journal card. It has some extra goo, but it's like, so there's that, and then we have the journal. And I did add a little bit of lace, and then I realized after I did it that I was like, oh, I really can't put lace in here because it closes up. I totally forgot. So it's just a little bit right there. I couldn't help myself and distressed the edges. I took an envelope here and went ahead and hole punched it. It's a little bit more of a periwinkle than a blue. It looks a little purple compared to everything else, but it was a great addition here. And I ended up, covering things up, making a tuck, just turning this doily into something more than just a doily, right? With a little place to tuck more goodies into. Use one of my new lace pieces. This is a doily page with a pretty blue spotted lace ruffle on the back. Took some of my washies on one of the pages and added some of the cream and orangey type tones to some of the papers. we have our tucks. I went ahead, this was the large blue spin art paint coaster, and I went ahead and washed all kinds of white over it and then cut it up and layered it in different places because I wanted to use it in different ways. So I'm toning it down with white, sort of splotching it, dry painting it, whatever I could get it to do, and then layering it up made great little tabs or tucks, tabs, journal cards. I did a couple different things with it. But again, there's plenty of space to write on. There's 48 pages in here. That means 48 sides left and right. And not papers, but pages. And plus things like this where there's things tucked into it. So 48 plus. And, you know, everything, take out the tag, write on the back, put it back in, write a space. Everything has writing space. A lot of writing space. Even if, you know, there's a pocket on it, there's still space on top and more things to write on. So we have some simple journal cards here that you could decorate up, write on both sides, make it very memory keeping. And this was the last piece of one of my scrappy Wildflower masterboards, and I had a chunk and I purposely cut it and did what I did to it, so I sort of overlapped and made it a nice pocket. Here I have two different things going on. I have a tuck up here, okay, on that page. I actually took the flap to the envelope that goes with this kit, made it a tuck, found my mini file folder kit for this blue kit, and I was so stoked because I needed it terribly. This is where some of the things came from. And I found my fold over corners. So even though this may be hard to write on, I gave you corners to write on. So I wanted to make sure you could still use it in some fashion. I wasn't just sticking there and doing nothing else. There is your center, of course. Let's see, we could bow this up and make this a little prettier, right? So how are we all doing today? Are we doing okay? I know this is just a reveal, sort of a new time and a new date. Normally I don't do it, I think, on Saturdays at noon, but I figured what the heck. Right now I'm going to be on that phase that if I'm doing a video, just every couple days there's going to be a video. If I make something. If I make videos, they'll be every couple days. I'm not going to stretch them out to every Tuesday, Thursday, no matter what. Because then something like this could have been like, every time I did a video, it would be like, I'd have to be stretching out weeks out, and the journal could be done, you know, in 1 week, but you guys are seeing it spread out a bunch of videos, and I'm just feeling that that's not working. So, you know, we did one on Monday, we did one on, Monday night, we did one on Thursday, we're doing one Saturday. I'm working on it today to where you have one, on Tuesday. If I'm doing good, it'll be on Thursday. You know, it's just going to be every couple days no matter what. And I'm playing with the times a little bit. So, yeah, I think it's just better to have something up than trying to make it like every Tuesday, every Thursday, every Sunday, you know. Sunday and Mondays will always be my reveals for my digitals, I think, because it's a good time frame. Like, you know, every 2 weeks there should be a new digital, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so there's the signature in the middle, really pretty. You've seen me before, you can put paper over it, you can deck it out however you want, or just leave it as something clean in the middle and you can go on to the next side. Again, here's the other side where you get another corner square to write on. Here we have a flip over. I took something, so you have a hidden paper clip. You have a couple note papers here, and you can flip it open, and you can write on it. Okay, you can hide a message underneath it, right? Stamp around it, whatever. But this paper clip sort of keeps that down so it doesn't get in the way. But on the other side, I turned the other half into a tuck. Okay, a pocket tuck, because I didn't want to cover the inside and make it something else to flip out and open. I was like, ugh, I know we're losing a page, but I gave you space here to write on. You have a card to write on. And of course you do have space down here. So there's ways still to totally write on this page. It's not a waste. And I thought it was pretty. You've got corners here. We got more of that blue paper we've been using. You've got the paper clip to sort of decor the top here, and definitely leaves you lots of writing space, both on the sheets and of course on the paper itself. Then this was the fun one. Now this, I took the file folder, cut in half, folded it up, made a little pocket for the little stuff here. You've got a pocket here. Oh, so this was the other portion of that hexagon paint spin wheel, and I went ahead and had some fun with it, and we created a tag for you guys. Blue paper in the back to write on, with still room to put something back here. I haven't decided what to put back here yet. I don't know. I have some scrap paper, so I may make one more card. So whoever gets this will have some extra goodies that I didn't show off here, and you'll just see them, of course. You'll just get them in the journal as a thank you from me to you. So we've got that going. And then there's the other tuck on the other side, so another journal card. Again, more room to write on. more washi. Inside my paper, and then the other part of that envelope had a nice little mini tuck. So again, you could write on that. It's a little hard, but here is a journal card you could write a little note on, and then flip it up, and you've got the rest of your stuff. So, and then this side, to help with the floppy side here, we have a tuck belly band to put more cards in, to put more goodies in. So there we go, 48 pages plus journal cards and tags. Pockets on pages, but there's no shortage of, you know, places to write on and things to write on. So this one is a little busier. I think this one's busier than the multi one. This has 5 to 6 things, I think, per side, compared to the other one, which I think only had 3 or 4, and I was pushing it for some reason on the multi one. So this one ended up with a lot more fun gadgets. I think each one from here on out, the green one, has a lot of things I put down there to hopefully stick in here and make goodies for. So the semi-done, semi-naked is a little, I don't know, it's still there because I think there's still a lot of blank space to write on, but there's still room to like add stuff to maybe the more decorative pages if you want to. Whether you add your photos to these pages, right? Add your photos, add little doohickeys, like, I don't know, I think you still have room to do a lot to this book. So it is out and available as the next, we have one more week left of the sale, and you get to, you know, enjoy that and take an advantage of the opportunity to get something a little less expensive. And see, I think I did that backwards. I keep doing it. I had to flip around the other way, and I realized it wasn't pulling this. So, yeah, I may have to flip that around. I'm like, I might have to flip that around. I had a pretty bow on it, and I was like, But I'm not going to tie the bow because I do have photos still to take. Of course, like I said, I always sort of film ahead of time, so either way. Okay, so there it is, the blue and orange Wildflower Botanical Journal. Somewhat done, somewhat naked, however you want to put it. Semi-naked, semi-done journal. It still has ephemera cards, still has pockets, still has pretty things in it to look at and enjoy. And it's up for sale. 48 lovely pages to write on. Again, a great monthly type journal with a little bit of month into the next month. I think if you got a number of them, you get yourself to, you know, a month and a half per thing. And pretty soon, you know, out of 3 of them, you'd have 2.5, you know, or say 2, 3, maybe 4, you know, 4 months worth of journaling space ready to go. So it's worth a collection. They all have their flowers and all these pretties. The next 2, I think I'm going to go one step farther. I'm debating on making one of them a ring journal. I have to decide if I really want to cut the pages up, because they're all double-sided printed already, but they may be nice, cute little pages, and we may go ahead and just maybe a ring journal out of one of the next 2, out of the green one or the purple one. So we'll see. Try to find new ways to do these. I don't want to just do layer after layer or cover after cover on all of them. I want to find new ways to do things. Like this one has the side seam. The other one just was tied shut. Pink one was tied shut. You know, finding new ways to do this. Like we do the botanical, it was skinny and it had the trifold concept. Trying to get creative in my job. So I'm trying to show you something, at least 1 or 2 things per each journal that I've done, whether it's something on the inside, something on the outside. And then just getting it done, because I'll sit here and I'm viewing my videos and doing stuff, and the rhythm gets going. I get my groove going, and all of a sudden the journal's like done. I had this thing put together, and I was like, oh, okay. So we're going to run with it, because when it's done, it's done. Why mess with it? Why stop for a video when I can give you guys a finished product? So I thank you very much. Hopefully you're enjoying this week with the design of the cover, with the new digitals that are out, with the sale that's going on, and that you're having a wonderful first week of spring. It has been rainy still, but that's okay. It's what it is. So I thank you all very much for liking, loving, commenting, hitting the notifications, and subscribing, so you're aware when I bring up new things, because I don't think I'm going to be on any actual consistent schedule for the next couple weeks due to the birthday and spring, and, you know, kids are going through stuff that I'm just going to craft when I can, video when I can, and get those things up to, you know, as within a few days of, you know, of recording it, or the next day. And that way every couple days, hopefully you have a video from me, instead of having to wait till Tuesday or Thursday, you know, of each week. I'm like, no more of that. At least for now. We're going to give that a try. So I love you all. Thank you so very much for joining me, and we will talk very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.